Hey, and welcome to the New Mama Marriage Bliss Show. I want to help you get out of the overwhelming distance and guide you to reconnect to yourself and to your husband. You know you want things to be different, but you're probably not sure how to make it happen. Well, Mama, you're in the right place. Here we will dive into all the things you need to start loving your life and relationship and start living like soulmates and not roommates anymore. We will dive into motherhood, marriage, communication, holistic inspiration, and practical hacks and tips. Mama, I believe that transformation and deep connection await you. Hi, I'm Aliza Saeed, proud mama and grateful wife, and the Mama Marriage Coach. You too can turn your mess into magic. Come on, Mama, and let's do it together. Hey there, mamas. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Aliza Saeed, the host, the Mama Marriage Coach, and I'm so happy to have you back here today. I would love to invite you, even before we start, if this episode or any other episode is impactful, helpful, inspirational for you, please share it, and let's share the love and share anything that can be helpful to our mama tribe out there. So please share it with whoever you think can benefit from this episode or any other episode. As well, I have had people ask me how they can know that a new episode is coming out. So I could tell you that usually, as of now, our episodes are being released on Tuesdays. But please subscribe and you will be notified, depending on what app you're using. But you can be notified when a new episode comes out so that you don't miss any new episodes. As well as if you are following on any of the social media platforms, Facebook or Instagram, you can also see there when there's a new episode. So make sure you're following and you're seeing all the cool stuff. As well, we are also creating a new Facebook community. So you can join that and be part of the founders of this Mama Marriage Bliss tribe. You could find the link right down here in the notes and join us there so you could be with us for all those great things. One more announcement before we start. I am offering a coaching scholarship because when I started learning coaching, I was I was definitely amazed by how much coaching can shift your life and do so much good and transform so many things in your life. And I really wanted it to be able to be available to as many people. And I know that for many people, investing in coaching is kind of an extra. So I decided when I started my coaching journey that I would always have some kind of scholarship available. So right now I have one slot opened. If you would like to shift something in your marriage and your motherhood journey, please DM me and let's see if this could be a good fit. I'm offering a month of free coaching to whoever is the best fit for this slot. So DM me if you think that might be you. All right, let's get into today's episode. So today we are going to be talking all about learning to love your mommy body, even after having a baby. So you know that gut feeling when you look into the mirror and then you think to yourself, oh no, where has my body gone? Usually I find myself avoiding full-size mirrors, maybe wearing a bit baggier clothes so that I don't have to see the new folds that I have. And after 7 pregnancies, 5 beautiful children, a total of over 6 years breastfeeding and still going strong, my body has definitely gone through lots of changes. And some of the changes that your body or any woman wondrous body might go through after having a baby may include stretch marks in all different places, varicose veins, a soft blubby belly. Maybe you see that you have thicker thighs and legs, a weaker bladder, hair loss, night sweats, skin discoloring. Your cup size might be changing by the day or by the moment. Maybe you feel like your arms are much weaker than they used to be, or maybe stronger from lifting a baby. But you might be feeling all these different changes in your body. And with the excitement of the arrival of a new baby also come so many other feelings of confusion, exhaustion, just the need to readjust your life. And for so many people, that includes also grief over the body that we used to have. Also, I'll add in parentheses that there's also grief over other parts. There's grief over maybe the identity I used to have, maybe the freedom I used to have. And part of that grief, many times for mothers, is about their body. Now, I definitely have had ups and downs with my relationship with my body. And I will not say it has always been smooth sailing. I think maybe this postpartum journey, it has been the hardest for me out of all the others. And it's something that I'm really trying to be very conscious about and really work on mainly the relationship that I have with my body and with this whole idea. So really this episode here, I'm totally talking to myself and to everyone out there because I think that it's something so real that we all deal with at certain parts of our lives, and I am here with you. So what we're going to talk about today is how we could deal with all these changes and maybe be a little bit more in peace with it. So the first thing we have to talk about is having unreal expectations. Most women that I have spoken to, whether in my work as a coach, in my work as a doula, and in general, just with women at all, have really unreal expectations about weight gain during pregnancy and about postpartum weight loss. We think that we can decide ahead of time how much our baby is going to need us to gain in order for them to develop inside of our body. But really, in reality, everyone is so different. And I had someone who once said to me, I am going to gain up till 10 kilo because it's going to be too hard for me to lose it afterwards if I gain any more. And I said to her, that's great, but how do you know how much your baby's going to need or how much your body's going to need you to gain? Some women need to gain more than others. The fact that that's what you read on Google doesn't mean that that's what your body needs. Some women need to gain more in their thighs than others so that their body will be able to handle the new weight of a precious baby. It's so easy to paint a picture in our mind of exactly how we want our pregnancy to fit our body, but somehow that picture usually stays just there in our minds. So then we go through pregnancy and we understand that our body needs to gain the weight for our baby, and we're just waiting for the baby to finally come out so that we can get our bodies back. I've spoken to so many women who are planning on what is going to be the first outfit that they wear right after the birth, that favorite top that just didn't fit with the bump. And then after birth, you're unpleasantly surprised that that nice little belly is still there. I remember after having my first that a family member came to visit and she looked at me and she said, she was pretty young, but she said, do you still have another baby in there? Why do you still have a big belly? And I remember that was really hard for me at that point because it was the first time experiencing it. But it's kind of an unpleasant surprise to learn that it can also take months and sometimes even years for that belly to disappear, if it even does. So that nice top that you were thinking of wearing just goes back in the closet. But maybe instead of being disappointed, we just need to check our expectations. We need to really educate ourselves about what is normal and what is healthy for our bodies. Ask your doctor. Read about changes throughout pregnancy, postpartum. Learn your own body and change your expectations to be realistic and so much more comforting. The second point I want us to talk about is about really respecting the process. Have you ever heard the expression about your body bouncing back? I don't know about you, but I'm not a ball. I am a being who needs to go through a process. It took my body almost 10 months to grow and cultivate into a baby creating creature. And the least I could do is to give some time to go through a process of healing and recovering and not expect things to just bounce back within a few weeks or even a few months. I like to think of it as body rebranding. Now, let's understand what rebranding is. When a company decides to rebrand, they essentially are making changes in their logo, their symbols, their colors, and they do that in order to redefine their identity so that people see them as something a little different, get to know them in a different way. And that pretty much explains a new mother's job. Your body goes through such great changes because you're now reinventing yourself as a new and improved woman. This new woman who has been created while creating a child has the awesome ability to develop human life and nourish humanity. Rebranding also takes time. The company that is rebranding knows that they need patience and they need to have realistic expectations. They know that it's a journey. It takes time to rebuild the trust and the relationship with the people that are getting to know them. And it's the same with us. We also need to take the time and grace to rebuild that relationship with our body. They also know that it takes trial and error. It's so easy for us to want to feel better in our bodies and decide we're going to take really drastic measures. And it could either work or it could fail. And then we might fall back to an even darker place of self-hatred and now also blame. And also sometimes we're doing things that are really unhealthy for our postpartum body that really needs to be cared for and loved and nourished. But without a journey, we could never reach greatness and true self-love. So embrace the journey. Know that it takes time. Not just to go back to what you want your body to be, because you won't go back, but to also that the journey towards loving your body also takes time. So please, the next time when someone suggests to you that your body can bounce back just like before you had a baby, take a deep breath and think about rebranding your body and not bouncing back. And that brings me to the next point of really appreciating the changes. I remember hearing someone once tell me about their daughter sitting on their lap and like stroking their belly and her belly. And suddenly her daughter started tracing her stretch marks intently, like looking at them and passing her finger over each stretch mark. And then she asked her mommy, "Ew, what is that?" And she was kind of disgusted. And then this woman answered her daughter that it's actually not gross at all. And she pointed to one of the stretch marks and said, "You see this one here? This was your gift that you left me. And you see this one over here? This one is the gift that your brother left for me when he was in my belly." And every time we look at those stretch marks or those extra folds that weren't there before, instead of being disgusted or feeling repulsion, we can decide to be thankful for the ability to carry a baby and create life. It really is an amazing thing. And then we get to think of it in a totally different way because those thick thighs keep me strong to hold my baby. Those stretch marks remind me how much room I can make in my body and in my heart for others. My changing chest reminds me that my body can nourish my baby in a miraculous way. And I'm so thankful for it all. Okay, let's be really real about this. I'm not always bursting with gratitude when I look in the mirror. Fact is, many times I just try to escape the mirror. And sometimes it makes me a bit anxious to think about the changes that my body's going through. But when I take a deep breath and I look a bit deeper, I know that I have so much to be grateful for. And that brings me to the next point, which is about our social media society. There is no way to get away from the destructive image our society tells us is beautiful. The billboards, the photoshopped models, the mannequins in stores are all telling us what our body should look like and what beautiful is. I remember that when we were living in Uruguay, there was a bus stop right underneath our house. And it was one of the summers there, and there was a huge advertisement for, I think it was like swimsuits or something like that. And there was a picture of a woman in a bikini. And the Photoshop was done so badly that you could see that one side of her body was completely cut off. Like it was not proportional at all. And you could tell that they made her really, really skinny. And one side they did it in a very choppy way. And I took a picture of it and I showed it to people, and everybody saw how it was like really, really not normal, and it can't be that way. But to me, that was just so strong about and powerful about how every picture that we see, we don't know what it really is. We don't know what the truth of it is, but our subconscious is learning that that's what is the epitome of beauty, when really it's a huge, big, fat lie. Of American elementary school girls who read magazines, 69% say that the pictures influence their concept of the ideal body shape. And I will add that I think that the other percentage probably are just not aware of how much what they read and what they see influences their conscious and their subconscious. Beauty today is usually tall and skinny, clear skin, slim legs, curves exactly in the right places. And our culture really teaches us what is considered beautiful. And I think we can all agree that what that is not exactly a postpartum body. The media doesn't help either when they're checking out celebrities and glorifying a quick fix and a back to the bikini body. While in reality, it's so much more complex than that. But we see the pictures and we think that we also need to be living this ideal. It's so crucial to stay away from the nasty narrative our society is telling us. Our bodies do not want quick fixes or to be pressured by the media's idea of beauty. Our bodies want us to embrace them and nurture them and lovingly accept them. I think it also has to do with society's fear of aging. As soon as people see a bit of a wrinkle, they run to Botox. As soon as people see a few gray hairs, they run to diet. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing it, but let's just think for a minute about what it's teaching us. What does it do to us inside? Our society tries to run away from change, from evolving, from transforming into something else. And I think we really need to learn to embrace the changes. It makes me kind of think of how we are the microwave generation. We're used to getting things that we want in a swipe of the finger, or 15 seconds and you get a hot meal that's all ready. And that's just what we get used to. So when there's something that's telling us that there are natural processes in the world, like postpartum bodies, signs of aging, our culture today tries to stifle it. And instead, we have to be ambassadors of embracing it, embracing the changes, and really learning to love it and respect it, and just be so graceful with those changes. Now, the next and last point that I want us to touch on is to talk about healthy body image. And this one really is tricky because it's so important for us to love who we are inside and out. We must learn to love and accept our body at every stage. Yet we also have to be careful about accepting unhealthy patterns. The media's influence really has brought to a new awareness of body acceptance and real attempts to love all different types of body types. And it's empowering, and it's so crucial for mental and physical health today. Yet, there is a really fine line between body acceptance and justifying unhealthy habits. Body acceptance has to come together with a desire to take care of our bodies. Healthy body image is about how we perceive our bodies and how we treat our bodies. So instead of focusing on the image, let's focus on a healthy body. Focus on what will make you healthy and strong, not skinny and toned. I have this deep trust, or I think it's more correct to say I'm learning to have this deep trust that my body knows what it needs. And when the focus is on taking care of your body, it's about wanting your body to be healthy and strong and feel good. And it's not about what the number is on the scale. In fact, throw the scale out. Why do you need the scale? Why do you need to know what the number is? Just get rid of it. You don't need it. What you need is to look at yourself in the mirror and love yourself no matter what. You need to be able to check in with yourself and feel how you're feeling. Are you feeling strong? Are you feeling energized? Are you feeling good in your body? And if not, then okay, something might need to change. But it doesn't matter what the number is. It doesn't matter what size you are. What matters is that you are healthy and strong and be able to show up as the mother you want to be in the best, strongest way. So I want to invite us all, me included, let's change the inner talk. It's not about how much you weigh or how many wrinkles you have and where. It's all about how strong you are, how good you feel, how healthy is your mind, body, and soul. Because you need all that to bring your greatest self to this world and to show up as a mom and a wife and as you. So start incorporating healthy habits slowly with grace and love towards your body and not anger and war with this vessel that brings you so much to your life. So I am on this journey with you together to really learn to love and accept and to respect our bodies. And once we know how to do that, we will learn how to be able to be full of this love and respect towards everyone around us. So I want to wish us all good luck on this journey. I would love to hear how this is for you. You can come into our group on Facebook and we can expand the discussion there. You could DM me if there's something you want to discuss further. And yeah, let's just be ambassadors of love towards ourselves and towards everyone. And we can change the culture of beauty. All right, lovely moms, I'm sending out so much love to wherever you are, and hug yourselves, hug your bodies, be thankful. Say thank you to your body, and let's just really spread the love. Thank you for being here with us today, and I can't wait for you to be back on the next episode. Thanks for listening to this episode. If this has been helpful to you in any way, please share it on with others, and let's spread the love together. Also, if you want to be a part of a mama tribe where we support each other on this epic journey of motherhood and marriage, click the link in the description box below to join the new Facebook group. In this group, I'll show up for weekly lives, workshops, and we can expand on the topics we talk about here on the podcast. So click down below and I'll see you in the group.